this isn't the crunchiest game we've ever played.
No.
But by God, does it do its best with what little it has.
Right? Yeah, there's a lot going on in this little tiny box. And this is just the base game. Dustin has an expansion and a mini expansion.
What's wild to me is I think did we play one of the other Tiny
We played Tiny Epic Tactics on
they
Tabletop
do
Simulator.
a couple of different games and they're all wildly different too, which is really interesting.
I dig this a lot. That was a lot of fun. It was really hard.
Yeah. I was expecting to play Clank, not not Cloudspire again.
It's not nearly as crunchy as Cloudspire, but it's crunchier than
there's a lot of looking up. I'm like, I gotta figure out what is this.
The biggest thing on that front, and that's I think my one complaint with this game, is the iconography. There's so many little symbols. I think even no matter how familiar you are with this game, you're gonna be checking to see. Wait, what does that mean again?
Yeah,
because there's a lot of little symbols.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's not even all of them.
Yeah, this is just the ones.
Open this thing up.
And that's not even just the symbols isn't the problem.
Yes,
their interconnection with the other
when
symbols.
you combine them with other symbols, then they mean different things.
It's wild. You can play this game for a long time and not play the same game.
It's a fun game though. I dig it a lot. What'd you think, Lucian?
I think same thing. I think it was really fun. Definitely hard. Yeah, the whole boss mechanic elements very interesting.
They pack so much into this. I fully
impressed.
I didn't know what to expect because I didn't look it up. Played at least one Tiny Epic, so I wasn't expecting anything wild. And from the basic setup of the start, I was like, oh, this is gonna be kind of like Betrayal, but with some combat and stuff. That should be fun. But no, it was wildly more difficult than I thought it was going to be. In a great way. I was like,
Yeah, it didn't feel overwhelming to me. Really cool, really fun game. I dig this a lot. Yeah, I want to play this one again for sure.
I'm really curious, if we were playing it again, not now obviously, but
right,
how we would attack it differently. Okay, we're gonna go here. Okay, and
I remember thinking because I picked my character first, and then you picked yours, and then Dustin picked his, and I was like, should we talk about our character? I guess it doesn't matter, right? It did.
Yeah, well, that's why I went healer. I was all right, so you're kind of.
But then I picked up the healing thing right away, and I was like, I guess I'll be the healer, and then I just get completely stumped. I think with the experience we have from playing this, we would play this a lot better a second time.
And still lose.
Yeah, still, absolutely.
Because you haven't beaten it yet.
No.
How well balanced do you feel like the heroes are, Dustin? Because I'm curious.
I mean, this seemed pretty reasonably balanced.
It seems from default, they give you one very specific sort of focus, and then it's how we build them afterwards. So I think, reading through them...
Which is kind of random chance.
Yeah, but, reading through when I was picking, they all seem like they, this character, there were a lot of characters very similar to it that just had a different... The only thing that was different is that I had the treasure hunter thing, which I thought, that seems fun.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a lot of fun. It's got a lot of little pieces to it, which is nice, but it's not overwhelming. And it respects your table space. I know that's a big thing you love.
It does. I mean, this is a big table, and we are using a lot of space.
Yeah, but you would never use more than this. This is
yes.
This game goes to this amount.
You know how much space it's going to take from the get-go, which is definitely better.
What I love is this is the kind of game you want to take a lot of space up. I don't think it abuses the space that it's taking. I think this does exactly what you want it to do.
Yeah, it does. And I'm jonesing to play it again already. That was a lot of fun. I like this game a lot. Also, for those of you who may have been a little bit intimidated by the crunchiness of this game, I want to make mention of the fact that there is a great interactive tutorial available for it on the Dized app, Dized, that'll help you just walk through, and you can say how many players you're playing with, and it will just walk you through a game to make you familiar with all of the different mechanics and stuff.
So how does because you said you've played this solo, how does the balance change depending on the number of players?
So it recommends you play with 2 heroes.
You have less time to work with because there's
there's less time. You start a little bit down.
There's numbers
further.
on that track
But
that say how many players.
I feel like you can.
But
it's
the
kind
torch
of easier to deal with stuff.
Yeah, and the torch moves less often. You get around, like, because when I go and I'm like, great, blink. It's like, oh, I'm gonna get a goblin and 2 activations before I get a chance to do anything again.
Exactly. Yeah. So you can plan more with you doing solo. So I'm like, I'm gonna go over here, and I know that this guy's gonna be safe, and I don't have to plan 3 turns ahead. I think it feels really good solo with a 2-hand.
Yeah, I wonder where the optimal player count is on this. Because 4. There was a little bit of an issue with that.
Yeah, because I remember
barely catch up.
That second turn, I was like, when it comes down
especially
to me,
once you're down, because then you burn your next turn standing back up. Yeah, that's something that was definitely a bit of an issue with 4. I wonder if it plays a little nicer with less. Anyway, I love it. I highly recommend this if you're. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it as a gateway game, obviously.
No. But if you like crunchier like dungeon crawler games, this is.
I think if you can, I think it's a step up in difficulty. But I think if you can handle Betrayal,
if you like Betrayal, you're like, it's too easy.
yeah.
Some of the Betrayal scenarios get a little
or
out there.
Man, Betrayal's fun, but I don't like being the traitor or something like that. Like if you rather keep it co-op.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you like that, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and most importantly, go on over to twitch.tv/BNB Tabletop and give us a follow there. We play board games live every Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Time on a show we call The Board and Barrel. And it's a very interactive broadcast. We have house rules that you guys can influence throughout the course of the game, virtual bingo, you can bet on who's gonna win. It's a lot of fun, and I look forward to seeing you there.